13 WMAZ Morning starts now.
A nice looking sunrise underway to kick off your Wednesday. Will be nothing short of summer like today. I'll have those details and of course the latest on now Tropical Storm Fred. That's coming up.
Plus, alcohol codes in Bibb County getting some changes, and Bibb leaders are updating business owners. We'll take a closer look at some of the differences you could see.
And grab the mask because you'll soon have to wear them in parts of one central Georgia city. We'll tell you when and where you'll need to put on the face coverings.
This past year has been a different experience, especially for college kids. In a few minutes, I'll tell you what Mercer is doing to make sure their students don't miss out on the college experience.
Oh, good morning, everyone. You are looking live over the Georgia College campus this morning. It is move-in day, and it looks like they are ready to welcome students back. It is 6:30 on this Wednesday, August 11th. I'm Caitlin Heck.
And I'm Wanya Reese. Always an exciting morning out there in Milledgeville because literally they have everything moving like a well-oiled machine out there.
They have it like clockwork. Now, hopefully a lot of parents take advantage of the morning hours.
I hope so.
Before it gets too hot out there, Courtney.
That's right, yeah, because it is going to be very hot and humid again this afternoon. I remember moving into my first day of college like it was yesterday. Very exciting time. Some of the best years of your life. So I hope all of you moving in really enjoy your first year, or of course any year that you're in college. Always a good experience. You're looking live on top of Atrium Health Navicent in Macon, 72. That dew point very high in the low 70s. So unfortunately, yes, it is a very muggy morning out there for all of you heading out to work, school, or move-in day for college. 72 in Forsyth, 69 in Macon, 72 in Unadilla, and in Wrightsville, so we're all somewhere in the upper 60s and low 70s to kick off the day. We look ahead to another very summer-like afternoon. Temperatures will climb into the low 90s, and we will have that chance for isolated scattered showers and storms, some of which could carry very heavy downpours, gusty wind, frequent lightning, maybe some small hail and some of the stronger storms. So we're going to time this out, and we do need to cover Tropical Storm Fred. We'll talk about the latest track, where this could go, all the details, what we know right now about what that could do for our forecast. All that is in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Courtney. Macon-Bibb leaders made changes to alcohol codes, and that means you could see some differences in Macon's nightlife scene.
County leaders held the first of two public meetings last night to guide Macon business owners through the adjustments. About a dozen people listed as Assistant County Attorney Michael McNeil read the codes for Sunday sale hours, security camera requirements, and armed security requirements. The biggest changes outlined in the ordinances cover security measures specifically for bars and nightclubs.
Now, it says businesses need 1080p high-definition cameras that can capture the face and clothing of people in and around the business. The Bibb Sheriff's Office must approve and inspect those cameras for them to pass. It also says anyone hired for armed security must be licensed by an outside authority before being able to carry a weapon while working. Mayor Lester Miller says it's important for businesses to pay attention or face the consequences.
We send them copies of the ordinances. We pass this. We publish it on our website. They're going to be put on notice. So whether you close your eyes and pretend like it doesn't exist or not, when we come in that door, you better be ready and you better be following the law because we're going to enforce it.
That enforcement includes up to $1,000 in fines per violation of Sunday sale hours. Those hours are 11 a.m. to midnight in Macon-Bibb.
The next public meeting for business owners is at 1 tomorrow afternoon at City Hall. Two people now face charges after a child molestation investigation in Monroe County. Deputies recently arrested John Walters and Canderia Walters in connection to the investigation that started back in January. They charged John Walters with 8 felony counts, including 2 counts of child molestation. Canderia Walters faces 3 felony counts. That includes 2 counts of cruelty to children, second-degree negligence. Both are in the Monroe County Jail. Now to 3 headlines from across the state that we're following for you. Friday will mark 2 years since a Clayton County student and basketball player's death.
It came after an outdoor high school basketball practice. Now 2 coaches face second-degree murder charges in connection to 16-year-old Amani Bell's death. A grand jury in Clayton County recently returned an indictment charging LaRosa Walker Akashare and Dwight Palmer. A previously filed wrongful death lawsuit from the Bell family lists Akashare as the head basketball coach for Elite Scholars Academy and Palmer as the assistant coach. In a response to the suit, Akashare's attorneys wrote that she was on her first day as coach of the girls basketball team and she was relying on the direction of the athletic director and Elite Scholars Academy personnel to conduct that conditioning activity.
Bell collapsed and later died following an outdoor basketball practice at Elite Scholars Academy in August of 2019. According to the Bell family's attorneys, the temperature during the practice was over 90 degrees and the heat index was in the triple digits. The family's attorneys argue the school approved an outdoor practice and coaches supervised it despite a heat advisory issued for the area of the school.
Well, an emergency mask ordinance is now happening for one Atlanta area city. South Fulton made the announcement yesterday saying violation penalties include a $25 fine for a first offense, $50 after that. The city is requiring most people to wear a face covering inside all public places. Kids 10 and younger and people not able to wear masks because of their age or medical conditions are exempt from the mandate.
Here in central Georgia, you'll also need to mask up if you're heading to certain places in Dublin. The city says starting at 8 this morning, they'll require masks for employees and visitors in the City of Dublin buildings.
Well, today you may see your phone buzzing with an emergency alert, but don't be alarmed. It's set to happen across the nation between 2:20 and 2:50 this afternoon as part of a nationally scheduled test of the emergency alert systems and wireless emergency alerts. The Federal Emergency Management Agency, or FEMA, says those alerts will ring out on TVs, radios, and cell phones this week. Well, if you're looking for work, there's company in Perry looking for hire. Tomorrow you can learn more about job opportunities with Sandler Nonwoven Corporation. The company says they'll hold a drive-through job fair from 3 to 5 tomorrow afternoon at their place on Airport Road. You'll even be able to grab a snow cone at the event. Not a bad event there.
Not at all. I would like to go. You can soon build your construction skills with a new program coming to Macon-Bibb. County Communications says this morning WorkSource Macon-Bibb will announce a new opportunity for people to learn construction skills that could lead to a great paying job. The press conference will happen at 10 this morning at the intersection of Tyndall Avenue and Elizabeth Street. That's in the new Tyndall Fields development. The Construction Education Foundation of Georgia plans to expand its Construction Ready program into the Macon-Bibb region beginning August the 24th. The program takes Georgia through a free 20-day construction education course that ends with training, helping you get credentials and job placement. The program begins later this month. You have until August the 20th to sign up. Well, the time is now 6:37 a.m. and for any construction workers out there, anybody doing any type of outside work, you definitely want to stay hydrated on humid days like today.
Oh, yes, because that heat, once it gets going and that sun comes up, it does not stop.
It's a beast.
That's right. Yeah, and we've seen the past couple of days where we've had those heat index values in the triple digits for just about the whole afternoon. So it is very important that you are staying hydrated over the next few days because we will stay in a very summer-like pattern. So we're going to cover that. And of course, we do have to cover the tropics now that Tropical Storm Fred has formed late last night. And we'll cover all of that, like I said, in just a few minutes here. A beautiful looking sunrise to start the day. Enjoy it. You're looking live on top of the fairgrounds in Perry. 72 degrees. It is mild. It is muggy out there. And that dew point in the low 70s is indicating a very tropical environment. And that is going to lead to another hot and humid day, but also an unsettled one where we will have that chance for afternoon and evening showers and thunderstorms. So we'll take you through it. We'll time it all out. Here's 1 o'clock. We could start to see a few isolated storms at this point, but most of us will be dry. It will be once we head through the late afternoon, early evening, where we'll look for our best coverage of rain and storms. We could maybe have a strong storm or two today, just simply because we're going to have a lot of fuel to work with. And so we could see a storm or two with gusty wind, very heavy rainfall, frequent lightning, maybe some small hail like we saw yesterday, but I don't anticipate us to be quite as active as we were yesterday afternoon. Things shook up just a little bit yesterday, if you ask me. As we go through the next few days, we are going to stay in the same summer-like pattern, so pretty much copy and paste the forecast with just a slightly higher coverage of rain for Thursday and Sunday. But notice, come Monday, we really start to ramp up our rain chance, and that could be thanks to Tropical Storm Fred. Now, at that point, how strong this storm is going to be, where it's going to be, there's a lot of fine-tuning to do, so we're going to take you through it right now. 5 a.m. advisory from the National Hurricane Center. Maximum sustained winds of 40 miles per hour as it starts to approach the Dominican Republic. You can see a little burst of convection here, those brighter red colors in the center here. That storm's really trying to give one last push to strengthen before it makes its way over the very mountainous region of the Dominican Republic. So, as you can see from the latest track from the National Hurricane Center, as it goes over that island, it is going to briefly weaken back to a tropical depression before re-strengthening as it heads towards the island of Cuba. How much land interaction it has with Cuba is also going to be key to the forecast. Notice the forecast cone says that the storm, Fred, could go over that island, and that would also prevent strengthening. As of right now, though, the forecast shows that the center of this storm is going to just pass by and stay out over the very warm water of the Florida Straits and the Caribbean, indicating strengthening. By Saturday morning, storm will have maximum sustained winds of 45 miles per hour and will start to approach the Tampa area as we head into Sunday. So the weekend, we are going to be paying extra close attention to the progression of this track. Notice by Monday morning, potentially approaching the Florida Peninsula as a fairly high-end tropical storm. When it comes to the intensity and the placement and the timing of this storm, the models are a little different. The Euro brings this in earlier, also has the storm holding together better, brings us higher wind gust values that would also maybe bring us the potential for some severe weather and flooding. The GFS falls apart very quickly, moves in a little slower, so that would bring us lesser impact. Clearly, there's a lot of fine-tuning to do here. Right now, it's more than likely going to be a rainmaker for us, but also we will have to fine-tune that wind gust value as well, just depending on the strength of the storm. So for the next few days, we're summer-like and hot and humid, and then all eyes are on the tropics as we head into the start of next week.